Welcome back to Houston Life. November is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and today we're meeting a local man who triumphed over epilepsy, a condition which kept him from living a full life.
For years, Christopher Bork had reoccurring seizures. He tried multiple treatments, but nothing seemed to work until he met the team at Memorial Hermann Mischer Neuroscience Institute.
And what happened next changed his life. Enrique Ramirez has the story.
So it started when I was 12 years old.
December 19th. Christopher Bork doesn't remember much from that night.
The only thing I remember is getting into a green van, and my mom was absolutely terrified. I think I had maybe 4 or 5 seizures on that night.
After a battery of tests, Christopher was diagnosed with epilepsy.
It was pretty much controlled with medications. I had maybe one about every 2-3 months. It was really just me having seizures from then on until about 18 years old when I finally had my EMU stay.
EMU stands for Epilepsy Monitoring Unit. Christopher stayed in the unit for about a week. Under constant supervision, his brain would be stressed to cause seizures. This would give doctors the data needed to see what part of the brain is causing his seizures and determine what type of treatment he needed.
They were saying it was multifocal. It was coming from different spots in my brain.
The doctors never suggested surgery, and Christopher and his parents also decided against it. At the time, the medication was working.
And then they started to get worse. They started to happen every 2 weeks or so, which was really, really irritating. I lived alone in my apartment multiple times. I had a seizure where I got injured.
Irritated and tired of not only hurting himself, but being closed off from the world, Christopher decided it was time for another EMU stay at Memorial Hermann.
This is one of the largest comprehensive epilepsy programs in the country. It's what is referred to as a level 4 center. We deal with very complex patients. We offer a variety of medical and surgical interventions.
Highly trained technicians, nurses, neurosociologists, radiologists, psychologists, and surgeons work together to identify the epileptic focus and remove it with a minimum of collateral damage.
Instead of placing electrodes just on the scalp, they place electrodes directly onto the brain. And from that, showed that there was a knot, basically a little knot in my brain which was where all of the seizures were coming from for the most part. And they thought it was that part that needs to be taken out. And if I did that, they told me I had a 60% chance to be seizure-free with medication.
We can identify the precise focus that is causing the epilepsy. It can be tackled surgically.
Hopeful, Chris was ready for surgery and ready to start living seizure-free.
I remember my head being swollen for about 2 weeks. I looked pretty weird after the surgery. I've had no seizures since, and that's more than 2 years.
In previous times, without the benefit of modern technologies, that kind of epilepsy would have been very difficult to treat.
This once described hermit crab is out of his shell, now being able to drive himself around and meet new people.
I met my now wife, Jessica. She and I got married, and I moved into a house finally. I have a baby, so basically everything is opening up. This is probably the biggest opening right here.
A very nice ending to that story. If you know someone who has epilepsy that has not improved with 2 or more medications, the Texas Comprehensive Epilepsy Program at Memorial Hermann Mischer Neurosciences can help. You can give them a call at 713-222-2273, or you can visit memorialhermann.org/epilepsy.